Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to the year 2026. It is nice seeing you guys. So, this is story time. So, let's go back to 2025. See, 2025 an amazing year for most of Forex traders, including me, because that was the turning point. See, I've been trading Forex for quite some time, and I have never been serious trading Forex. And this changed in 2025. When I entered 2025, the goal was to become profitable in the Forex market. But it is easier said than done. Sometimes we just say things and we cannot even stand by it and make sure we effect it and make it effective. So this was what exactly happened to me in 2025. After making myself this promise that I'm going to become profitable, but I was not willing to put in the effort. Although at some time, I decided to change for good. See, in the 1825, when we came in, I think the first thing I did was to buy a proper account. But I did not have the correct mindset to approach the market with that proper account. That account was Willis Capital, and I traded the account for quite some time before I eventually lost the account. So when I get the account, it was the time of US election, and Donald Trump was elected as the US president. At this time, I was still trading my fair value gap strategy, but it was on day trading. So I was day trading the strategy. So although I was making huge progress, but because I'm employed and working, combining work and intraday or day trading is going to be very, very difficult. So I was trading this strategy, and Donald Trump was elected as the US president. And at this time, we all know what happened. And he started to slap or slam tariff on so many countries, which China was the most affected with 100% tariff. And China slapped back. So this thing made the forex market very chaotic. And at this time, I took so many losses. That has been the highest losing streak I ever encountered in the trading industry or in my trading journey, which is 10 consecutive losing trades. At this time, the account was not blown because I was very intentional about my risk management. So that was not the problem. But because the market was not an environment we should be trading at that time, the market was not favorable for me. Not just for me. I saw many people who also, profitable traders for that matter, that also highlighted that they made serious losing streak that month. So I took 10 losing streak and the account was not blown, but it was at the verge of being blown. So, when you take this kind of losing streak, your psychology, no matter how good you are, is not going to remain the same. The same was for me because I didn't know what I was doing again. I was looking at the account, okay, the account is almost gone. So there's no way I can salvage it. And eventually I lost the account after I took different trades and I eventually lost the account. At this time, we have already gotten to the first half of the year, but I didn't have money to purchase another account. So what I did was just to stay offline. But I was still looking at charts, doing some analysis, but I could not even trade because there was no money. I did not have a personal account. I did not have a profit account. So I was just there. So what I did is I said, okay, why not use this opportunity the market has given me since I'm not trading to focus on what I can do better if I get an account. So I look at my strategy. I say, okay, let me start by revamping my strategy. Let me see how I can modernize this strategy and make it suitable for the kind of person I am since I'm employed. So I went into work. The first thing I did was to turn this day trading strategy into swinging strategy so that I will have more time and opportunity to focus on the market at a particular time of the day and make informed decision. See, this single decision was a turning point. changing from day trading to swing trading was the turning point. Not that the strategy I was using while I was day trading was not good, but because the kind of person I am and my employment status does not match with what I'm trying to do in the trading environment. So there was this kind of disconnect from my life and what I want to achieve in trading. So you can see that my employment and what I want to achieve in trading does not really align. So I need to make it come together so that I can incorporate these two together to help me make informed decision. So when I turned from day trading to swing trading, I had to rewrite my strategy and risk management all over again. After doing that, I went into backtesting. This was around June, July. I went into backtesting and I backtested this strategy for some past years. And each time I backtest this strategy, I always come out positive. I always come out positive. I never saw a losing calendar because I was backtesting based on yearly calendar. So every time I backtested, I always come out positive. And at this time I was say, okay, this can actually work. But the problem is this is not a real life situation. So the psychology might actually be different. What I need to do is to first test the water in real life situation or in life market, then know if it's going to be very effective. So what I did was, I think I tested this with synthetic index and it worked, even though I later blew the account. You know how synthetic index is. I later blew the account after making series of withdrawals. I made series of withdrawals, then I later blew the account. I said, okay, it is time to try normal Forex. And I purchased my gold funded account, which was on the 3rd of August 2025. When I purchased this account, I made sure that I had all the instruments I need to make sure I succeed. My journaling, my strategy, risk management, backtest, everything aligned. So it was time to execute. Then I started to play this playbook. I started to go by this playbook and let me laugh, please. For the first few trades I took, I saw significant losses. I'm not going to lie. I went down to, this was the 8K account that you all know. I went down to about 2% in drawdown. So the problem is, what is the problem now? I made good result while I was backtested. Now in the real life market, I am in drawdown. I have not even gone anywhere and I'm already in drawdown. So what could be the problem? So I just stepped back a little bit and I decided to revisit my strategy and look at everything again. After I did some reflection, I came back after 1 week and I started to go by the same playbook. That was the turning point. From there, I took good winning trades. Everything was just aligning. I took good winning trades that eventually made me to complete the 8% profit target. And that was massive for me because that is the second prop firm I'm trading after the Willis Capital, the GFT, Gold Funded Trader, and I'm passing phase 1. That is massive. And I made 8% after going down 2% at the initial stage. Now I'm up 8%, meaning I've completed phase 1. And I was very happy. I decided to replicate the same energy in phase 2. But the same thing that happened in phase 1 happened. When I got to phase 2, I was hyped. Like, I believed that I was going to just go in and crush everything. But reality hit again. I went down again. I lost about a couple of trades. And I stepped back a little bit to reflect. Then I came back and I smashed phase 2. Now I am funded and I should have made a payout in December 2025, but I ran into some problem, and although I still have profits, but it is not enough to make that withdrawal. So I will continue to trade. So if you look at my journey in the year 2025, it's a very simple journey, but it took a lot of time to materialize because I realized very late what I should do. But it is better to do late than not to do at all, which is why I'm not regretting the stride I made in 2025. So this is 2026, and I hope to replicate what I did in 2025 that made me profitable and got me an account. But this time, I'm going to be very, very intentional about what I do. And I'm going to start very early. This year is going to be the year of overachievers. Success is for he that does. If you do not do, I don't know how you are going to achieve success. So note, success is for he that does. So you must do for you to see that success. And that is what I'm going to do. I think I need to start doing early so that the success can come early. So this year, I've not actually unveiled a plan for this year, which I have it already. What I'm going to do is, in my subsequent videos, I'm going to give you guys the plan I have for 2026. But I am very optimistic that 2026 is going to be a very good year for me. And I hope it will be a good year for you too. But note that you need to put in effort, put in the work. Forex market is a business, not a playground. The reason why most of us do not get that profitability status is because we treat it as a game where you do not need to be serious. After all, it is just to catch that vibe and fun, which if you do so, the market also is going to use you to catch fun and vibe. So for you to treat it like a business, it is also going to treat you as a business by rewarding you and your seriousness. So this year, I urge all of us to be very, very intentional about our stance in the forex market. If you want to be very profitable or make profits this year, then you need to start early. I know most of us went to church yesterday and we started to pray about what we want to achieve this year. But let me tell you, praying alone is not going to give you that because you need to put in the effort. God can only see the effort that you have put, then he will reward you handsomely. So in as much as we have prayed, we also need to put in the effort. It is from our effort that the result is going to come out from. So this year, I am very optimistic that I'm going to make good improvements in my strategy, psychology, emotions, and trading as a whole. And this year is going to be a very profitable year for me. So this is the journey I went through last year, and I'm very grateful that it brought me to this extent. I am very grateful that it brought me this far. That I know that I have a strategy that is very good and can yield results. So I need to go into 2026 with the same playbook, but with different mentality. We all know Rattel, honey badger. Honey badger is very relentless. He's not afraid. No matter how the storm is, the honey badger always believe that it is going to succeed. That is the same mentality that we as traders need to cultivate, to believe in ourselves and believe in our system, and we are going to see great results. So guys, this is my story and the journey of 2025. And as I said, 2026 is going to be a very big year for all of us, but we need to put in the effort so that our effort can bring that result. So we need to do things differently, the way we have never done before, but in a positive way. Then the results and profitability is going to be a byproduct of the effort that we have put in the market. So guys, I am Rega FX, and if you are just joining me, or if you are coming into my channel for the first time, I say welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, I say welcome back. Please like the video, leave a comment, and I will see you weekend. Bye.